All right. Good morning. Me and Willow, we're about ready to go out on a little scouting trip and maybe do a little cutting, maybe see if we can find our way from 18 over to 19 like we failed to do the last time. It's a month or so ahead, not so much snow. We're about ready to enjoy a little bit of a trip. Now, we also have a new toy, and I will show you our new toy. All right, I got a new toy. This is the new toy. This is a 1997 Jeep Wrangler TJ. I bought it, and it was pretty much as is, as you see, other than I added the radio antennas on the back and installed a CB. I put a winch on the front, and I fixed up the four-wheel drive shifting linkage. It was the stock link, and I replaced it with a cable shifter. All of that helped quite a bit. For the antenna mount here in the back, I basically did a really bad job welding a little extension right there onto the end of the tire carrier so I could hold that fire stick antenna. And I've got a nice little radio in here. Willow, hi. So a nice little unit in right there, and it's all mounted right on the handheld, which makes things really super duper easy. So Willow, you ready to go? We're gonna go out there and see some good stuff? All right. Fire up the GoPro. All right, well, this is as good a spot as the next spot. Check things out and see where we are. So that is what I'm going to do. Willow, you just need to stay in the car. Probably can't see this great view here, but I'm going to hold the camera just a little bit as we drive. Willow, what are you doing? Hi. Thank you. But awesome view this way. Scoot over. Well, this is recording, or whether or not it'll even pick me up, but I'm going to try to dialogue a little bit here. I'm trying to say a few things. So one, this Jeep is very loud. It has the venerable Jeep 4-liter straight 6, which is a fantastic engine. They run forever. This one was allegedly recently rebuilt, and it runs like it was. So I trust the person who told me when I bought it that it was done as such. The Jeep definitely needs a new clutch. I've got one at home, and I will be working on replacing it. And what else? Oh, gearing. Let's fix my hat. gearing is terrible in this thing. This is the stock Dana 30 and Dana 35 axle with the stock gearing ratios. And somebody, the folks who did all the lifting on this Jeep, put 33s on it with stock axles, which is probably a 307 gear ratio, which basically means with this 5-speed transmission, I only really need 3 gears. And what I really should be doing is re-gearing this to 488, which is in the works and is a plan, but it takes quite a bit of money. We're probably talking, if I just went out and bought something, $5 grand easy. And obviously I would like to figure out a cheaper way to do that. I am very familiar with Ford Super Duty axles, so I am thinking I might go that direction. But the other option would be find a 8.8, Ford 8.8 out of a Ford Explorer and replace the gears in the rear and the whole housing in the rear. And in the front, take the Dana 30 and turn it into what they call a Super Dana 30 with new axle shafts, maybe a truss or welding on some components to beef up the tubes. One way or another, down the road, that's definitely something I'd like to be doing. I probably should build a shop first, because it would be nice to have someplace indoors to work on things rather than in the gravel driveway. But big pothole. Enough about this. I'm smelling gas. I'm gonna pull over here real quick, make sure my chainsaw gas tanks are sealed up and nice and tight, so that I'm not dumping fuel all over the rear of the Jeep. Got everything in nice containers, so I don't think it's the case, but just in case. Awesome view. Well, are you gonna say hi? Willow's saying hi. Now we're getting up here, way, way up high. So you might be wondering where we are going. Oh yeah, look at this view. This is awesome. We are gonna pull over real quick. This is where we are at. Way, way up top. And it is all dark. So we'll go over here maybe. Maybe we'll go over here because it's just way too nice out. So, this is Forest Road 1835, I think. I'm probably wrong on that one. What I'm trying to do is cut over to 1925, which is this direction, which is where we failed to get through the last time. And you can still see there's snow out there on some of those mountains. So hopefully we can get through here. But we're climbing, 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 climbing. Up we go, huh? turned around there. Looks like we were going the wrong direction. Using Avenza, which is a really nice mapping app. And it does GPS. It shows me right where I am on all the Forest Service roads, which helps a lot, keeping me from getting lost. So, back to staring at the mapping app. Down to 19. That is a really, really good time. I don't think we were going, well, first off, I went a different way than I did the other time. I didn't have to cut anything, just drove right over. So, go figure. Heading to Constitution Grove, because last time we were down here, I left a trash bag and a trash pickup stick at Constitution Grove. I'm gonna go see if I can find them. Maybe somebody left them there. Something tells me a bag of trash on the ground is still there and the pickup stick is gone, but we'll find out. And then we're gonna move on to our stretch goal, which is go further down 19 and then find a route further down 19 to get back over to 18 because we're glutton for punishment. What do you think, Willow? Is that a good idea? Willow? You ready to do this? Yeah, maybe. Enjoying this? Alright. Back to it. Constitution Grove. There's the sign and everything. You can probably see it on the GoPro as well. Constitution Grove. It's probably backwards on this thing. Let's see, how's the GoPro doing? It just got a nice little bug right there on the lens, so let's get that fixed up. Other than that, everything looks like it's doing pretty good here. Yep. Okay, so did my garbage bag, which I left out here in the middle of the trail. Is it still here? Looks like somebody picked it up, which is probably exactly what I was hoping for. But let's walk around real quick, just to make sure nobody threw it in the bushes somewhere. See it. This place is really cool. I'll flip the camera around. Having fun, Willow? Go. Somebody wanted a really good Eagle Scout project. this would be it. This place is in not great shape. There's a nice little beauty shot of the Jeep. This place is not in good shape, but it's got all these great signs representing all the signers of the Constitution, or at least it did. Problem is I believe this was put up quite a number of years ago. We have missing stuff. Oh, and we've got missing stuff. None of these things are in great shape. You can see how they're all split up, broken. And something tells me that when some of these trees came down, you having fun up there, Willow? Yeah? Did you get the squirrel? No? Okay. Something tells me when some of these trees came down, a few of the signs came with it. Jessica counted the rings on one of these the other day. And I believe the idea with this Constitution Grove is that some of these trees date back... What? Some of these trees date back to the signing of the Constitution. And I believe it. We counted out this one down here. And I think we decided that after counting all the rings on this monster, that it was probably even older. Because, well, you can see this guy. It's as tall as I am. It's a big tree. You having fun there, Willow? There's somebody coming. All right. I looked over the maps and we are headed to 1927. Once we get there, we should be able to cut over back to Forest Road 18 and head home. Should be a good little shortcut, diversion, alternative route. I hate going back the same way that I came. So anytime I can find another route, the better. So, fire up the GoPro. Pause real quick, because guess where we are? This is where the snow stopped us the last time. Yep. And now the road is clear. We can keep going to 1927. Yep. Not a problem. Alright, made it to 1927, we just turned on, and I'll show you a little video of the creek real quick, but we're on our way back to 18. What do you think, Willow? Is this the right way? Willow doesn't agree yet, she just wants to keep going. So, note from the trail, we have now gone 74 miles, and we are just a chick over half a tank of gas. And I think I put about 16 gallons in. It's not very good gas mileage at all in this thing. We've used 8 gallons of gas in 74 miles. That's a little less than 10, well, that's definitely less than 10 miles to the gallon. Yeah. The other thing is we're at a half tank of gas. Oh, hey, look, snow. Now things might get interesting. That just looks like old stuff. Not much anything. It'll be just fine. Any good words to say, Willow? Nothing to say. A couple other notes from the trail. I learned a couple important things about my GoPro. One, the resolution was set to 1440, which is the reason why the screen format was a square and not the 16:9 like you normally see on a TV. So I knocked it down to 1080p, and I could record at 4K, but I don't want to, mainly because my laptop took almost 2 days to render the last video, and I don't have 2 weeks to wait for a 4K video to render. So that should fix things. Another bit of thing that I learned, I ran a USB cord to the hood of the car, or the Jeep, so the GoPro is constantly charging. Because one of the things I learned on the last trip was when we ran the GoPro on the dash on the battery, by the time we got anywhere, and by the time anything happened, the battery was dead. So this time, we are ready. And we've reached a juncture in the trail. Whoa, 42 miles of that way. Oak Ridge, 28 miles that way. Well, that's a good sign. I'm gonna go look at the map. Top of 1927. Well, maybe not the top, but close enough. Here's the sign. Of course, it's backwards. We are headed back to Lowell, which is going to be that way. And I believe that's 2619. 2619 turns into 2016-18, and that gets us home. A little bit of the scenery here. Let's go this way. So, beauty shots of the Jeep. Isn't that gorgeous? Oh, and just as a side note, that could explode at any time. Just saying. Snow, Willow. What do we see? We got snow. Look at all that. That is not a thin amount of snow. That's 4, 5, 6 feet tall. Let's go take a look. Isn't that gorgeous? Absolutely gorgeous. tad bit more snow than I was expecting. As in this much snow all the way around that corner. And that's deep.